Good news, good news. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders neo RESA riu nirehete kihonia thiini wa thogora ya migunda ni undu wa kugita turia nime na riu nimaruguretie mutambo wa website niguo www.realtorsolutions.org na no utume short code kuri 23878 wandike kambuni iria urenda kumenya kana iri thiini wa association macerere Royal Spa Mall second floor S37 thimone 0742 2323. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders, restoring confidence in investment. Good news, good news. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders neo RESA riu nirehete kihonia thiini wa thogora ya migunda ni undu wa kugita turia nime na riu nimaruguretie mutambo wa website niguo www.realtorsolutions.org na no utume short code kuri 23878 wandike kambuni iria urenda kumenya kana iri thiini wa association macerere Royal Spa Mall second floor S37 thimone 0742 2323. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders, restoring confidence in investment.
As who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce again our chairman as he takes us through this. Tumpige makofi tafadhali. For those of us who are watching us online, kindly make sure that you share so that this information can get to many. We want to go global, as we have been told by my mentor.
Nasi tutajiintroduce ama nianze huko. I start from the far right. I start here. No, you tuanze. Okay. A very Good evening to you, and thank you for keeping it the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders. We are coming to you live at this very hour of this good day that our Lord have given unto us to talk all matters real estate, all matters the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders. I'll be your moderator for the evening. My name is Wangoi Dirango. I'm going to give the panelists a chance to introduce themselves as well, starting from my very right here.
Thank you. My name is Abubakar Mkumbuka Banzi. I'm Managing Director Kombani Homes Limited, and also I'm being told I should be the President of RESA in the Coast Region. Thank you.
My name is George Washiri. I'm the patron for Real Estate Stakeholders Association. We are here to discuss with our members and also ask those members who are not members to join, because this is a movement that its time has come. George Washiri, right here at GMC Karen.
Thank you so much. I'm Kenyo Airato na mimi ndio chairman. Nakwambia karibu sana. Tuko hapa Karen, tuko GMC na ni mahali pazuri, so you can visit this place. Asante sana George kwa kutualika. Na I am telling everyone who is watching, you can share the video. Yeah, you can share through Facebook, you can share even YouTube, and you shall know more about the real estate. Thank you so much.
And my name is Paminas Kariuki. I'm the spokesperson of the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders. I'm happy to be here, and my greatest request for you is to comment, make a comment, may ask questions. Let us be here to answer you and to make sure that you are able to deliver on whatever we have promised you. So please be ready to ask us any question, be ready to comment and engage us. Let it not be a monologue. Let us have a discussion, because that is how we are here this evening. So from wherever you are, as the chair has said, share. I've already shared on my status and Facebook. Share with yours. Thank you.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Leah Muthoni. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of Vasco Real Estate Limited, based in Nairobi. And also in the association, I'm a chief whip. So I think today evening we shall have a very interesting conversation talking about our real estate stakeholders. The viewers, I know, investors all over, wherever you are watching us from, the investors, the real estate, to those who are selling land. I think today we are going to have a very wonderful evening as we discuss the issue pertaining to the land. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, and this is not our first, as you may know. And just to get a recap of what the association does, I'm going to give this chance to our patron to please tell us what the association is all about, when it was formed, just a recap of who the Association of Real Estate is. Yeah.
Well, thank you, our facilitator. We are happy that you are facilitating this discussion that is getting viewership across the world, because the people who sell properties, who sell land, they are across the world, and we are happy that our customers are out there. And we are saying that Real Estate Stakeholders Association was an association that was formed last year in January. And you know Kenya, there are so many issues that happen with real estate. And as players in the real estate, especially in land sector, we are asking ourselves, what can we do to protect our people? And an idea came on how to form an association that can take care of all people selling properties or probably land across the 47 counties. And I'm so excited that we are now in over 30 counties. You know, Abu Bakr is the president of Mombasa, and there are many members in the coastal region. We have people in Kisumu, we have people in Kitale. All the counties are represented, and the aim of forming this real estate stakeholder association is to ensure that our members out there who buy properties in Kenya, they are protected, they are covered, and they have somewhere they can ask a question. Maybe somebody has done something. We give them opportunity, a chance to comment that maybe this organization is doing this to us. This organization is not producing titles. So that's the purpose of this association, to ensure that there is sanity within the real estate industry in the Republic of Kenya. And I'm happy that we have grown like a bushfire. You know, where do we start? You are not very sure. But today, if you are not in RESA, that's how we call it, then I don't know where you are. And we are encouraging people who are doing real estate in the Republic of Kenya. If there is an association to join, there is no other association. The association to join is RESA. And it's so easy. Just say, I want to join. Of course, the chairman will tell us how we vet. We vet people, and you can join. Then you are vetted. Then the members make noise. Then you are kicked out. So we are as open as the Bible. We are very open. Okay. Maybe I put a comma there because today is a discussion, and if you are there, you can put your comment there. Tell us where you are watching us from and share with somebody. And we are here because we care about you.
As we put down our comments, it's on the Facebook page of the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders. On our YouTube, I am hoping that the pages of the companies represented here are also live. We have Vasco Limited, we have Nyota Njema, we have Maono Lands, we have Optiven Limited, and we have Kombani Home. So make your comments, make your questions. We are going to answer them right here this very hour. So please, Mr. Chairman, you can also talk about the milestones so far as we are celebrating 1 year anniversary. You're also going to tell us if you can expect a cake tonight for the anniversary.
Thank you so much. Asante sana. Mahali popote tunatutazama, you can share this video and we really appreciate you. As our patron has said, we came because we care you. Kwa sababu tuko tumefika mahali kila mtu anasikika ni kama akiuza shamba ananyang'anya mtu. But we came to discover there are still good people. Wewe ambao unatutazama ni vizuri jua there are still good people who deal with land. So haufai kuogopa na namba yetu ni rahisi sana. If you have any complaint, you just call the numbers 0742 23 23 23 and our office is located at Loilo Spamol, second floor, S37. We have a secretariat there. Unaweza enda pale tuangalie. Hata kama walikunyang'anya zamani, hata kama ulipoteza pesa zamani, hata kama kuliedaje, just come there, report your case there so that we can get solution. Kwa sababu hakuna kitu kinaumiza kupata kwamba you have been working for years to save for a portion of land, lakini all of a sudden unapoteza zile pesa. That's why we came together, because we care you. We came with a good vision when we came into the real estate, and we came with a good mind so that you can prosper in whatever you do. Kwa hivyo wakati tunakuja unasikia kuna real estate, ndio tunasema usinunue shamba kwa mtu ambaye sio member. Kuna watu ambao wanasema ni wazuri lakini hawajajiunga pamoja nasi. They have their reason. It is not good to risk your money. That's why we say you verify. You verify. We have a shortcut which is 23878. 23878. You just write a message na utaona kama kampuni ni moja ya ile iko kwa association. Why did we do this? Because tunataka tuhakikishe kwamba hakuna mtu atauza shamba Kenya na apotee na pesa zako. We just created an office for you. Wewe ambaye unalalamika ukiwa huko ama unaona pesa zako zilipotelea mahali fulani, hakuna mahali ungeenda beleni, hakuna, lakini sasa kuna ofisi, kuna Real Estate Association, kuna RESA ambayo imekutengenezea ofisi, ndio ukinunua shamba kwa wenye wako kwa association, kuna mahali unaweza enda ulilie, kwa sababu hatutaki upoteze pesa tena. Kwa hivyo ni vizuri hata mahali unanunua, ni mzuri umuulize sababu kwa nini yeye hajaungana pamoja na sisi. Because from the time we started this association, this whole year, hakuna kampuni imeanguka. Ni kwa nini? Kwa sababu wote wako na mtu anaweza wauliza. Mbeleni hakukuwa na mtu, mbeleni mtu tu angefanya kazi vile anataka, but now you are questionable to the association. So if you are not right, or if you are not doing what is right, hauta survive. Na ndio sasa umeona tumekuwa na coolness in the real estate, na tukasema kwamba we are restoring the confidence. We are restoring the confidence ile ambayo ilikuwa pale beleni kwamba ungenunua shamba ulale na usisikie wasiwasi. Now we are restoring that confidence yenye ilikuwa imepotea. That's why we say Association of Real Estate Stakeholders, restoring confidence to all investors. So when you buy land with us, when you buy land or a house with a company that belongs to the association, you will not lose money, because when they are not doing well, we will let you know, or we have a place to rectify or correct. So thank you so much. We have a milestone. We have a lot of members from the time we started. We have recovered even people who lost money. We were able to recover those who are in the association. Those who are not able to recover is those who are not in the association. But those who are in the association, we have even made some companies which were not doing well. Now they are strong and now they can face tomorrow because we really care. You know, hapo beleni mtu alikuwa anapata challenge kwa the real estate, unakibia kwa media. Sasa usiende kwa media tena, sasa kibia kwa association, kwa sababu hapo ndio kuna suluhisho. Wale wengine tu atatangaza na utapata suluhisho. So the solution is in the real estate association, that is RESA. Thank you so much.
Before I go to the spokesman, Mr.
Yeah.
Paminas, you said there's a solution one is going to get.
Yes.
Probably are there companies that you have taken action against? Probably what are the steps or what are the actions that you take against companies that are defrauding investors?
First, what we do, we look well. We have a verification process. So before we register in a company, we have to verify if the company is doing well. Kwa sababu kuna kampuni ambazo si sawa, kwa hivyo hata tukiziweka kwa association hazitakuwa sawa. Kwa hivyo zile ambazo haziko sawa hatuzifanyi registration. Lakini zile zinakuwa sio sawa na ziko kwa association, tunajaribu kurekebisha. Kama hazitarekebika tunazitoa. Na tumetoa kadhaa kutoka wakati tulianza, kwa sababu tumeona many complaints, tumejaribu kuongelesha, we have looked for the solution, tukaona hakuna solution. Kwa hivyo tulizitoa, na hata saa hizi zile hazitakuwa sawa tutaendelea na kuzitoa, because we want to make this association to be strong, and whoever is a member will do a clean business. That's why we are telling you, when you invest to those who are in the association, you will not lose your money. Yes.
To the spokesman, probably you can tell us, do we have the number of the membership? And in terms of the growth so far, what are we expecting to look forward to this second year?
Wow. I think, to be honest, as the patron mentioned rightly, the achievement that this association has done in less than a year is what many associations have been desiring to do in more than 10 years or 20 years. Because the first thing was to bring us together. Initially, real estate was made up of people who are competing against each other. So whenever I would see chairman here, I would always think, what is he taking from me? And whenever he sees me or patron sees me, he would think, what is he taking from me? But now the association has brought us sanity to realize that we need each other more than even we need the customers. Because if we are not united as a team, even the customers cannot be able to trust us at all. Last year we had an instance which made us also come together, where one company did go under with some people's money. And everybody, all the customers stopped paying because there was no verification of whether even us, we were genuine. But when now we brought this association, it gave a lot of hope. As we speak, we are approaching 1,000 members. And I believe by the end of this year, we should be around 3,000 to 5,000 members. So we are calling upon all real estate players. If at all you are doing clean business, if at all you are confident about what you are doing, and you know you can stand the test of due diligence from even ourselves before you approve you, make sure you join the association, because they reach a point that Kenyans cannot invest with you if you are not part of the association. As the chairman has said, we are making sure we protect ourselves, we make sure the ethics are well upheld. Before you come in, you sign the code of ethics that has been developed. You actually sign a commitment form that you're going to deliver to your customers. Should you not do that, again, we have a right, as the chairman has said, to remove you. But one most important thing is, the members that we have are now spreading across. You have seen a bagger from all the way from Kware, that is in Costa region, and many others, because even some of us have properties in those areas. So we are players in all those places. As we stand, the patron rightly said it, we are allowed 30 in 30 counties and counting, because when we are in 30 counties, it means we can be able to give hope to the Kenyans investing in those 30 counties. So going forward, and where we see ourselves is seeing an association that is able to bring the confidence, not even restoring, because we have already restored. I believe in the last 1 year we have restored confidence. What we are now doing is to sustain the confidence with our investors. And I believe this association has the right intention. We have mentorship programs happening. Some of those companies which started not long ago have been seeking mentorship from those who have been there ahead. Like our patron here has been there for now this is your 25th year. Remember I say we were celebrating 24 years. If one is starting and has a problem in managing their cash flows, managing their acquisition process, they can be able to come and seek advice. Initially, if you came to seek advice from any of us, we were thinking that you're actually trying to steal ideas from us. But now we are no longer seeing it as a stealing of ideas, but an a way of empowering each other. And I think this is what has been lacking. The last thing is, people don't know this, but even the resident players also get conned. It's good to say it here that even us, some of us have lost money. I know George lost around 2 million, 200 million. I didn't lose much. I lost a percentage of that. I lost 2 million also when I was starting. And I can tell you, people have been losing money. But why do we cry? Everybody was on their own. The association has given us that hope to even say, this person should not be dealt with. If it's an agent in a certain area who is conning people, or even some players in a certain area, we are able to safeguard ourselves. And that way, we are also able to safeguard the interest of the end user. So if I know that an agent, like today I was procuring a property, I called 2 company directors, who are in the association, and asked them, do you know this guy? Do you know this property? Yes, I have seen it on the ground. But can I verify from person A or person B who is in the association? So that has strengthened our relationship. And I look forward to a point when one day we can even, as an association, decide we are going to all focus in Garissa. And in this Garissa, we take a block of 200,000 acres and decide to create a city there. That is the kind of desires we have. So we are not just looking at short-term gratification, but we are looking at how can we empower each other to a time that we don't see each other as competitors. We can do a project together. And I know the patron will second that. He's always the one who tells us, Kenya, we have not even scratched the surface. So meaning, this is just something that has started. Right. I can speak and speak.
Last one,
so
before
passionate.
we go to the other only lady in the panel, you talked about empowerment and competition.
Yes.
Is the body in competition with other real estate bodies that might be? Are there other associations or other bodies that deal with real estate in the country as at now?
I think we have now left the era of competition, and that is why we are called stakeholders. We are not called players. We are not called practitioners. We are called stakeholders because we are reaching out to all stakeholders, from the ERB, who does training and registration of agents, the people who are working with us, the staff that we have, the sales agents, we can recommend them to ERB. So we are not competing with that. And most of us are not agents. We are actually playing in the industry as our own. We are selling our own lands. So that means we are actually developers. So again, we bring Kenya Property Developers Association, so that those who are also playing in the development sector, we are able to strengthen them and to show support and moral support. We go to the government. The government is trying to also do affordable housing. Some of our players are also doing affordable housing. So we are not competing. Actually, we are strengthening the relationship. Because one thing you might be sure about, this country, everybody was for themselves in real estate, and God was for us all. Now we have an umbrella body which is bringing us together and giving us confidence that, you know what, if I have to verify anything about Optiven, I'll call George directly without fearing that he'll feel I'm intruding into his privacy. Initially, if there was an issue with Optiven, it would be very hard for me to call him, because I'm calling him as who? In the first place, you don't have a relationship. And this goes ahead even to the surveyors of Kenya. The surveyors are there. Some surveyors, maybe they have conned some of us. So what do? You can report them through the association to the surveyors of Kenya. Not surveyor of Kenya, but the Institute of Quantity Surveyors and surveyors. So this means, in the long run, when all of us get this idea, the rest it will be like an umbrella that is going to be covering all of us from all the rains and the nails that are thrown to us. It is always very painful whenever you go to present to somebody and they tell you, nyinyi watu wa mashamba ni wezi. You know, that thing is very sad. Knowing you have never even stolen a bob from anybody, even a coin, hata kifungo hujaiba. So now the association gives you that confidence to tell them, as far as we are registered with the association, you can be sure we have been done a due diligence. And this due diligence is not just said here on camera. We do it thoroughly. Some of us, or most of us, know each other. So I know a director who can mutate from one company to another, and yet you as a customer may never know that. So people have been mutating. They do a project, they kill it, then they go and rebrand another company. Now we know them. We put them on a red alert. So even our customers are able to feel secure. So in terms of partnering with everybody, from the government to the agent association to the surveyors, all these people, we are not competing. And by the way, we give agents work to sell for us. We give surveyors work to subdivide for us. We are not surveyors. We give the developers work to develop for us. Most of us are not developers. So in any case, we create synergy instead of creating competition. And I think that is where we are going. Thank you.
Quite a number of points you touched on, but we will get back to that. And a question that I intended that Madam Leah answers, but you can still answer it. In terms of doing due diligence and the members you allow into the association, probably do you have a number? Are there any that you have not allowed to the association due to, say, their background? And yeah, about that. What can you say about that, being that you're also the whip of the association?
Okay, thank you, our facilitator. As the way our chairman has said, we have to vet. We are 1 year into when we came into this association, coming up together. And the people who are joining, it's a willing. It means that the cartels, let's see the people who I want to defraud, maybe they are not joining us because they know what they have done. So whatever maybe I can say, right now the people who have joined us, I think the people who have a clean, because if you don't have any issue, it means that you want to be scrutinized. And that's why there is that vetting. And also sometimes it's just maybe a small issue that has happened. When we do the due diligence, maybe it's like a delay of title. The land is there. And I'm happy right now people are really enlightened. It's not like long time. When people used to come, when they've been told there is a land for 200, people used to rush and they don't go to the ground and see. And that's that was the loophole that used to be there. People come and then there is no land for you. And now that's why we are telling people, if not even not in the real estate, also with the clients. The way we used to do business like 10 years ago or 5 years ago, right now it's very, very different. People, they are doing a very good due diligence. They go and ascertain, yes, there is this land. They go to the ground. When they go to the ground, how are the papers, the documentation, each and every process? How is the title processing fee? So all those due diligence, I think they are at par and people are enlightened. And that's why we are telling people, we are telling the investors here in Kenya, also in diaspora, when you come and invest with us, come and look at the people who are doing clean business. And we really need these companies because what I like about the companies coming and investing with us, there is that leeway. We normally give the option of maybe doing for 1 year, or you buy a land with us for a short time period, for 3 years, for 6 months, for 1 year. And like the banks, maybe I'm not really disputing about the banks. Sometimes they give us mortgage, which goes for even for 20 years, and the interest rates, they are really high. But when you come and invest in the company, we want to, that's why we are coming together to restore. We tell people, yes, you can be able to acquire. Now imagine just a small mukulima who is there and he wants to acquire a property and he doesn't want to go in a bank way. What does it mean? He'll come to a company way. So we want people to come and tell them, yes, we are here. When you come and buy land with us, your property is well secured. And at the end, whichever the installment payment you are going to do, whether it's a short term or a long time for 1 year or 2 years, at the end of the day, you are going to acquire what you needed. Right. Yeah.
Right there at the due diligence, probably I will give the gentleman right next to me to just give us a recap of, in terms of due diligence, when an investor, or if, for instance, Wangoi comes to buy land from you, do you help them do their due diligence? What is this that we talk about, due diligence to your client before you sell them your land?
We highly recommend clients to do due diligence on their own, because you cannot bring a client on board and do due diligence for him or her. That's not the right way, actually. So we recommend them to do due diligence. We guide them how to do due diligence to confirm and verify. And since RESA is here, I think this is another level of due diligence where if a seller is not among the RESA member, tunasema kimbia, usichukue hapo hivyo. So due diligence should start by you texting the name of the company to the number here 23878, and then you'll get a feedback. If that's a member, then you can go to the next process of due diligence. So we recommend clients to do due diligence initially by sending the name of the company to 23878. Yes.
Very well, and thank you very much. In regards to that same due diligence, I saw a comment right here on Facebook. Someone was asking if you're selling land, say in Matu, or say in any other area, whatever area you're selling your land from, how come then the pictures that you market with are different from the pictures on the ground. How can we answer that? Probably the patron can answer that on behalf.
Okay, thank you very much for our customers. And they are saying that the photos on the page
Ni tofauti na kwa
is
ground.
different from what is on the ground. Yes. I think that's where we are talking about, of course, we are now mentoring and educating our members that you better tell the customers the truth. If the property is 2 kilometers from the tarmac, don't say it is on tarmac. It's actually 2 kilometers from the tarmac. And we are educating, especially the new companies, that you better tell the truth so that the customer does not come. Then the customer is disappointed. You spend the money to take the customer to the site. The customer is spending time. And I'm happy that most of our members, they are now getting it, that you just tell the truth. Selling the truth is very, very interesting. Like for us, we've been in business for 24 years. Why? Because we sell the truth, the trust. And I'm happy that this association, RESA association, is able to educate, to mentor. In our meetings, we advocate, just tell the customer the real deal on the ground. And of course, if you know a company that do different, I think our chairman said there is a phone number, there is a text number, and we can be able to report them, and there is an office that you can be able to report these companies. And by the way, somebody told me that if you want to grow, we grow through feedback. If you find a company that does not get feedback, whether positive or negative, that company cannot grow. So if you are out there and say, hey, this organization, they post, look at their web page, look at the ground, it's different. So let's get that information, and I think it's going to help us to educate our people. Or any other challenge, we get those points to educate and mentor, especially the upcoming organizations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In regards to that also, I think it would also be important to get to learn from you, or maybe the spokesman can answer that on behalf, in terms of deregistering companies, or in terms of dealing with those who have defrauded other investors or buyers. Are you going to deal with those who defrauded before they were members or who are not members? How are you going to deal with that? It's a common question that we are getting.
Thank you very much. I respond that in reference to a law. Law says you can never refer to past matters. You can never refer to past situations, especially if it was not reported or the organization was not. There's a law that says the law of revisiting. It's not possible to revisit something that was not accrued or there by the time you are starting the association. So it will be very hard, and especially if that member is not a member of the association. If they are members of the association or they have applied for membership, we'll first of all ask them, how are you dealing with the past egg on your the eggshell that is on your face? How are you going to first of all handle it before even approve you as a member? So that is one good question we ask, so that if you had a track record of not performing in the past, we don't expect miracles to happen now. So that is as well as a denial for membership. But again, remember, we are not a regulatory authority. So we have no way of regulating people, but we can be able to raise a case and be enjoined as an association. Initially, if one company X would steal from a customer, then there was no way of going to enjoin other members of the real estate, because it would be like intruding into their privacy. Remember, it's an incorporated company. But now with an association, the association can be able to be enjoined. I know in the going to the future, we'll be partnering with RSK, the Royal Society of Kenya, the ASK, the Associations of Surveyors of Kenya. We are going to be making sure we bring all these people together. Why? Because for these things to happen, we can only focus on the future. That's why we are restoring confidence. We can never be able to go back to the past. And again, remember, revisiting an old story reignites a lot of emotions. These emotions, are we ready to handle them? How do we handle them if we don't have evidence? Remember, past evidence, maybe the person who was even conning people have died. Maybe others even have changed companies. So the only thing we can do is to ensure those people who are there, and customers nowadays can go to eCitizen and download even a CR12. CR12 helps you to know the directors. By the time you are getting that sale agreement signed even by the former, those custom companies which are stolen from you, you had signed a sale agreement. Who signs? The director signed. So you can check the names of the director that had sold you the land that time, whether they are the same directors who are there today. And if they are the same, now you can raise a case to the association and tell us, this is the same guy who's counted me money. And I can tell you, last year we registered 4 people. and somebody asks, how do we know that you have registered them? By just going and checking whether they're in the website, they're in the short code. If they're not there, then they have been registered for one reason or another. And you can have a right of calling the office, because it is not our work to go and publicize and say, so and so have been deregistered. Again, we'll be looking like we are going to you can be sued for defamation. Remember, we are not a regulator. Yeah. The only thing we can do is to deregister you from membership. But we cannot regulate and say you should be sued or you should be what. The only thing we can do is to be enjoined in a court case or in an arbitration case that may arise. I hope I have answered your question right.
Is there a chance that one can be re-registered after being deregistered, and probably what are the steps if that happens?
Remember, in life we always give people a second chance. Maybe the reason of deregistering was non-compliance. The person has not been complying, has not been delivering to customers, they're not leading to even do anything. But then they can go and build their house or put their house in order. Then they come and show us, these are the customers. What do we do? And by the way, we do this even on randomly. We just ask you, give us 2 customers as testimonials. We just call 2 customers and ask them, this was the case before. You are the one who had raised this issue. Has it been sorted? Remember, as they approach us to complain, we don't count a verbal complaint as a complaint. A complaint must be written, because if it is not on paper, it's just paper. And if you don't have a complaint that is written, we cannot have basis of going to even approach somebody. So once you have already, there is a complaint that has been registered, either through a message, an email, a letter. Even when an issue comes, we just use the same thing to say, this person X, can we call them? Then we reach out to them and ask, this guy has said they have now delivered your titles, they have now sorted the issues of the boundaries, can we admit them back? The process is as simple as that. So it's not just waking up and saying, this guy now, he's saying now he has enough money to pay for the membership, or he has enough money to deliver for the titles. We have to ask the customers, especially those who have raised written complaints. And again, I ask members of the public, be careful not to just say that things verbally. Sometimes we generalize things, but when you go even to the court of law, they ask, what is the evidence that you can provide? Write it down. Don't fear, because it is your money. You invested money in this, so don't fear to write a memo, write an email, write a complaint letter, and if possible, even use your lawyer. And when you write it to us, we'll be enjoined, because we have a right to be enjoined. I hope I have made the case clear.
Yes, you have.
Thank you.
And probably the last one on the due diligence before we move on to other topics, probably the chairman can give us a recap of the steps that one is supposed to take when doing your due diligence before making that last payment and before making that last purchase on land.
Thank you so much. Abakal, you are still together with us. Thank you for presenting the coast well. First thing I would like, before I answer your question, I would like to tell members who are viewing us at the moment, in the association we have a setup, we have the committees, we have the bodies. We don't just work together. Maybe there is somebody who owns a company there and he thinks that he will be dealing with Kenya Irato or our patron George Washuri. We have a setup, we have committees. So in every issue, like one for disciplinary, we have the Council of Elders, who are the elders who have been, who have a lot of experience in the real estate, in the issues. They deal with that issue of disciplinary. They can advise you, because we are not here just to make companies die. We are here to make them survive. No matter the situation that you are going through, if we are able to amend, the one that you are pushing out is the one that is not amendable. So it is good to understand that we have the bodies. So we have the Council of Elders, that is the disciplinary committee. We have the oversight committees that oversees the work of the association, the progress, the other things that are supposed to be done. And we have another committee that will be launched the end of this month, that is welfare committee, that it will be dealing with things that concerns welfare. Maybe you have issues that need support, the welfare will support you. We have also the media committee. The media committee is the one that have organized this forum. it looks where we go next, what is supposed to be done, and other things, what is supposed to be publicized. So even if the company is logged or is not necessary for the association, we don't just make the decision, or one person makes the decision. We have a protocol, and that protocol will help to make the necessary decision. So because maybe you disagree with somebody companies and he has a position in the association, he is not able to kick you out, because there is a process, there is a protocol that is supposed to be followed. And even you customer, there are customers who just pop in messages which are not verified. They just we don't concentrate that. That's why our spokesman has said that we need an evidence. If the company is wrong, bring the documents we see so that we can be able to verify. So now you can ask your question.
Yes, a step-to-step guide on probably how and what to look for when doing your due diligence before making a purchase.
Okay, thank you so much. The first thing, you have to see the land where you are purchasing. That is one of the due diligence. And I always advise people, when you go even for a site visit, it is good to look if there is attention in that area. In that land that you are purchasing, if people are looking you with funny eyes, it is good. It is good to verify why are those eyes funny. Na wengine watakuangalia tu uone kabisa huyu anakuhurumia, ile pesa utapoteza, utaona moto. Number 2, you do a search. If you get a land, get that title, do a search in the county government, depending where the land is. When you do a search, then when you do the land search, then you can proceed. The next procedure, you get an agreement. Then after getting the agreement, you cannot purchase land in Kenya when you don't have a KRA PIN, you don't have an ID card, and you don't have a passport photo. Those are very important. So somebody who is not in our country cannot be able, who is not a citizen, is not able to buy a land, but he can lease. The other thing that you are supposed to look, it is good also to know the history of that company. You can know the history of that company or history of that land, because history matters a lot. There are lands which has been having deep disputes from 1960s, other 70s, all over the whole time. So don't go and buy land and you fear you hear some noises or some disagreements. That is not right. So when you are doing that, you will get the right land. And that's why RESA, we are here to make that work easier, because all our members knows how to work, knows what to be followed, knows what to do. Because sometimes even the clients who want to buy the land, they don't know the process. So it is very tiresome. So when you buy from a member from RESA, the work becomes easier, because all the other works, all the due diligence, the member will help you, because he knows that he is questionable. For any mistake can happen allowed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have a question for the disciplinarian. We have talked about clients who are buying land from you. We have talked about member companies and those who are not member companies. There are those people from whom the companies buy land from. Are you also going, or does the association also speak on their behalf? We have seen some cases where I, for instance, buy land from a certain company, and the company is unable to do transfers to me because they also did not do a transfer from the one from whom they bought land to. How do you deal with that?
Okay, that's a good question. You know, sometimes we normally buy land, and there are always two scenarios. You can buy land and maybe it is written, like for example, Vasco Real Estate. And also there are some things, some company normally does what we call partnerships, yes, which are also allowed, yes, whereby it's called a joint venture or partnership, whereby you sell land on behalf of someone. where they open a escrow account or something of the sort. Even sometimes when you take a loan from the bank, and they buy on your behalf, you see it is attached also to the certain bank. So also it is part of the due diligence where we cover our clients. It's upon the client to come, even if the land is not, maybe the document is not under Vasco or Optiven or Maono. Maybe it's under the person you had bought for. Just go and check with your lawyers. And that's why lawyers are very important in this kind of a scenario. So that you check, is there an agreement? They'll be able to tell you, yes, they are selling on behalf of this. And maybe it's a very new land. Sometimes you can buy a land, and sometimes it depends with the county, the quicker how the process will. Some it will take 1 month, 2 months before it's under the company's name. So people normally buy. It's just only this is a new project that is coming up. Of course, you don't expect it to be. There are some who, by God's grace, we are not always in the same level. There are some who normally get their product out when it's already under their name. And there are some who do not. But this is part of due diligence. But whichever the way, just whatever we are saying, just check if the land is genuine. It doesn't matter the name. Does it have restrictions when you go and do search? Does it have any encumbrances? Does it have a loan attached to it? Your lawyer also can advise. I usually tell people, when you are coming to buy land, get a good lawyer. Mm-hmm. And the way I've said before, the way we are doing things in buying land, when you do the search, you get a lawyer, or even the company has the lawyer. Let the lawyer speak their language. They'll be able to advise you further. So name is not really a big concern.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much. We are live on all our social media pages. We are live at the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders on Facebook, as well as on YouTube. The member companies represented here: Vasco Limited, Nyatanjama Limited, Maono Lands Limited, Optiven Limited, Kombani Homes, and Wangoi Dirango are all live. So you can drop a comment, ask your questions, and I will keep reading them out. There's one that is interesting that I just saw. It asks, thank you for coming live to us. I wish to ask, does it mean that it is illegal for a real estate company not to be members? And is there any legal issues with anyone buying from a company that is not a member?
Thank you very much. As I said, we are not a regulatory authority, so it's not illegal, but it's a recommendation. Unity is strength, and when there is oneness, people can be able to do a lot. The reason we are calling upon members to join is not because they are doing illegal business, all of them. There are still good people who are out there. But the question is, should there be an issue, who will you run to? Can you come and ask me as Nyotanjema to help you? I cannot be able to help you. Can you come to Optiven and ask them, can you help me? They cannot be able to help you. So who do you run to for? The truth is, even in other bodies, I don't know whether all lawyers are registered with RSK. I don't know whether all surveyors are registered with ISK. I don't know whether all agents of real estate are registered with ARB. The point is this. It's not a must for one to join, but it is necessary for you to consider. We are asking members who are in real estate players. Remember, even you can have a problem. And some problems are beyond us. There's a case which will not quote the county that affected so many of us. And some of us were actually affected who are here. And we could not be able to handle it on our own. But when we came together as an association, we were able to have a voice even to the government, and that issue was sorted. Because there are things that are beyond your control as an individual. And when you go there, they can blackmail you, they can intimidate you. But when you are united as an organization, nobody can be able to do it. They say unity is strength, and for sure, in the last 1 year, I can say we have been able to do so much, including much that we have not shouted about, but has been sorted because of the organization. So ask yourself, if you are alone, in a lone ranger, who do you call? And again, if your customers even a case can be raised against you, which is not true. Sometimes you don't only look at it from what you have failed. It can also be a case of defamation. Who is going to be there to fight for you? So the best thing is ensure that everybody participates, because it costs you nothing, just membership fee. And the membership fee is not something that can intimidate you, because we have been reasonable to make sure we only have enough to run the office. We don't need the profit. It's a non-profit making organization. So we are asking members, when you are joining, if we ask you for the joining fee, which I believe in this case is usually 30,000, that is the only money you pay. That is to ensure that the office is running, such activities like these are continuing for civic education, awareness, but nothing else. So that tells you, if one is not willing to pay that, if one is not willing to subscribe to the others, on your own, you cannot be able to fight a battle. But when you are together, you can fight a battle. Let me give the patron a chance maybe to add something. Right. Thank you.
And as he answers, recently he got himself a doctorate. Yes. And word out there is that when you wanauza mashamba wajasoma, probably he can also talk about that and tell us about it.
Wow, I want to encourage our members or non-members that are watching us out there that you can be able to join RESA as voluntary member. Yani, you just want to join because you want to be part of it. Because one of the advantages of joining RESA is information sharing. Like now, we have been looking for property in South Coast, in Kwale. And Abu Bakar knows Kwale like his fingers. So before the show, I was joking with him that I'm coming to look for property in Kwale. Oh, he told me, you come. And the other thing that we do as a RESA is, if I go to Kagudo Road, for example, to look for a property, I'll call Mr. Kenyua, hey, do you know this land near Kantafu? I'll call Nyotajema, hii shamba unainjua? And I remember calling one of the properties and I was told, that one don't touch. 5 people have been conned by this particular landowner. That means other than protecting our customers, we are also exchanging information to protect ourselves. Because even as we lose money, I've written a book called After the Pledge. We lost $2 million, 200 million. If we had such an association, maybe I could have consulted other companies that also lost. Because about 8 companies lost money, but we could not exchange information. But now we are able to call each other and say, hey, wait a minute. There's land here in Juja. Do you know it? That one has 10 titles. So even us as members, we are also benefiting from information sharing. And of course, the other question is that people think people who sell properties, they are not educated.
Yes, and congratulations, by the way.
Wow, thank you very much. I would say that selling of property or developing property is a business like any other. You can professionalize it. You know, I remember when I went to real estate, people say, hey, George, you used to lecture at DESA University. Yani umeenda kuuza mashamba. I was being asked those questions. But I'm happy that for those 24 years, we have been able to do more. We have been able to mentor many people. Actually, Nyotajema is my mentee. You know, I do mentorship.
Very nice.
For 6 months. And there are many more that we do mentorship. Because what I say is that if Optiven or George Washuri does not mentor other upcoming real estate organizations, I am not here permanently. You know, this earth you come and go. So leave other people who can do work better. And remember, real estate is virgin in Kenya. 70% of Kenyan space has not been touched. We are only here in Nairobi and the other cities. So the potential is huge. Look at Africa. The potential is massive. Off the camera, I was telling these people, let's now go check on Uganda, what we can do there. Let's go to Congo, what we can do there. Because at the end of the day, we have to develop Africa ourselves. And we are not even able to develop. All the real estate is not able to develop. That's why you have Chinese coming. And they are doing huge development. I have a friend of mine from Egypt. They are doing properties in Lavington. Why are they coming to do properties in Kenya? Yet you have all these Kenyan companies that are not able to really satisfy their affordable housing. That's why coming together as Kenyan indigenous organization, we can be able to thrive here in Kenya and also thrive in Africa. So the potential is massive. So if you are there and you are still watching, especially circles, Nyinyi circles, you are not joining RESA. Please, I'm making a plea. Please call the number as given by the chairman. Join RESA because together we can be able to do much more. It is possible, it's doable. Look at the ants. You know, the ants are very small things and they are able to create an ant hill. So if you are alone, you can't go very far. But if you are together, we are able to build our nation because at the end of the day, people who are doing real estate, we are among the biggest employers. We are also among the biggest taxpayers. We pay massive taxes. Right now, every county is looking to add rates. Who are paying these rates? Is companies who are doing this business. Who are the payers of the biggest taxes? Capital gain tax. We are the people supporting the government in tax payment. So we also urge the government. It's important to support such institutions because we are protecting other people from going down and we are able to develop and build our own nation. Because at the end of the day, the people to build Kenya is us. Job creation, tax payment, developing rural areas to be towns. You can imagine these people you see here, all our members, they're the people who have been able to develop upcoming towns. You see a small town like Shaka where I come from in Nyeri. The town is thriving because These people of real estate, they are developing, they are selling these properties, they are adding value, they are putting water, they are putting power, and these are the people who really discover the rural areas to develop as urban areas, as towns. So you cannot really do without these people in real estate, the RESA. That's why if you are there, if I were you, just send that text, say, I want to join RESA. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just to remind our viewers that the number to reach out to for any inquiries is 0742232323, and in case you want to verify if a company is a member of the association, you just check through the website www.associationofrealtorsolution.org and at the short code number 23878. And now I think to the gentleman right next to me, I would want for you to tell us, there's also a word out there, and I have seen through the comments that members of the association are the association is regional. That means it only has members from one community, and two, probably in terms of subdivision, especially at the coast, there is a lot of subdivision going on, and the land there is relatively affordable. Are we subdividing land that is meant for farming? How are we dealing with that to ensure that we do not encroach on area that is supposed to be farmed on, or that is meant for farming?
Thank you for that question. Answering the first question about RESA being represented in the country, here coming from the coast region, so RESA is not represented by one community. I'm a coastarian, and I'm here representing the coast, and I represent RESA as the regional person. So that notion that RESA is for one community should be moved out. And I believe the chairman and the patron, they have good initiative to spread. I know we are like over 30 counties, but I know we'll capture even up to the 47 counties so that RESA is represented in the whole country. In matters of subdividing agricultural properties, I believe every county has its own zoning rules, and for any subdivision to be approved, there is a process which goes through, and the physical planner normally gives us approval for the subdivisions. So if it's a land which is not supposed to be subdivided, we'll get a notification that this land cannot be subdivided because it's purely for agricultural. The other thing, I believe those who are buying, they should also know the zoning issue. You know, most of them don't know about the zoning. Those who are buying near the airports, we have issues like that. They don't know that they're not supposed to build certain kind of heights of properties. So I believe when you're buying also, part of the due diligence is also knowing the zones of where you are buying. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We have talked a lot about the levies. First and foremost, as the association, have we, I think this question goes to the spokesman, has the association given its opinions and its whatever it has to say about the levies? As we know currently, the Finance and Housing Committee in the National Assembly are having public participation going on in counties around the country.
Thank you very much for that question. It is true. As RESA, we have also sent our members to represent us. We had a team in Nairobi. Those who were in Nairobi, it was there yesterday on 23rd and 24th today at KICC. We had a team led by the advocacy team. They were able to go there and present our views. We continue to engage even through our legal team to ensure that we are able to be accommodated and our views are accommodated. Remember, as I said in my earlier comments, we are not here as a unilateral organization. We are stakeholders, and we believe even going forward, we'll be proposing to the government to give us an opportunity even to have some of our members serving in some boards, maybe from the National Lands Commission, going to the county boards, because that helps us to be included even in the planning. So we are not caught by surprises that this has been done, this levy has been added, but people didn't know. So I think we have been trying to do a lot of advocacy, and maybe those who have not seen the results, even a baby who was born yesterday, you don't expect them to walk in a year. You need to see them crawl, and I think we have not just been crawling, we have been walking, and we have done quite a lot. But maybe what has not been done, we have not been shouting a lot of saying, we are going to take this to the parliamentary group, we are not going to do this, but we have been doing it as per our requirement, as per our responsibility as leaders in the industry. And I believe one day you'll be proud of what you are doing.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. In terms of the levies, there are some levies that are also affected by different counties. How does it affect the end buyer, the end consumer? You can probably talk about the different levies that may go down or trickle down to the end consumer.
The truth is, any levy that is introduced to a market which was not being levied would have a trickle down effect to the end user, or the end user, this case being the customers or the landowners. The truth is, these levies could be having a genuine reason from the government side, but again, as we say, it is good to have a public participation, which has been happening even off the camera. There are some levies like Kiambu had introduced so many levies. I know our team has been lobbying and seeing how we can reduce them. Kajiado County, for instance, had also introduced 8%. We have been able to lobby to make it 4%, because it is not only us who are going to be affected. By the way, we may not be affected because we will put the cost to the end user. So the customers are the ones who are actually getting affected. So off the camera, we have been doing a lot of lobbying, a lot of trying to negotiate with the necessary authorities. But the truth is, and this is a painful truth, maybe in one way or the other, there will always be an increase in a levy. Yes. Because what was being applied 20 years ago may not be applied today. Mm-hmm. But how much is this going to be? You cannot come from 0 to 100% increase. Mm-hmm. So you need to have something that is going to be reasonable and organically growing and making members of the society to not be having a huge burden. So I think I have responded appropriately. Yes. But again, should one have an issue they would want us to participate as an association, let them engage us. Our office is open. Our office lines are always online. You can be able to call, you can write emails, you can be able to comment on our social medias, and somebody will be able to address you. So I advise members, as you can see, I know our details are written down here, our office locations. Please be ready. If you have an issue that you feel is stressing you up, communicate to our team, they will advise us, and as the chairman said, there are different committees to address different issues. We'll be able to address them accordingly and ensure everybody has a peaceful business operation and also ownership of land without necessarily straining of fearing of increased levies. Because I'll say this, any government will always want to get more, because everybody wants to get more, but then at how much? I believe there is how much you can be able to negotiate. And I think as always, whenever I speak, my patron being my mentor, I can give him a chance to say something. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I think it's important to ask our members that if you are from the county that you are from, and you want to take up initiative to be a leader in that county, you can also call that number, because we are looking for people from different counties. The way we have Abu Bakal from the coastal region, leading almost 100 people from the coastal region. So if you are there, you're in Kisumu, and you want to join RESA, just call us. We are able to come to you and also ask you, recruit your members right there, because at the end of the day, we have different taxes introduced by the counties. And these regional leaders, like now for him in the coastal region, he is able to engage the county government, and they are able to listen. And we want to urge all those people. There are about over 10,000 companies doing land and development and property development. Over 10,000 companies. So if we can be able to be 5,000 members, we are able to engage the county government, we are able to engage national government, we are able to articulate our issues of what we want. And so don't just stay there. Whether you are in a circle doing real estate investment, whether you are an organization that is growing, whether you are not organization, please, I am making an appeal. The best time to join RESA is not tomorrow. The best time to join RESA is today. And we have a very massive event whereby we are going to recognize our members by giving them certificates. We'll be giving annual certificates. In your office, you just pin it there, a member of RESA. So please do not be left out. The train has left the station. So you better run quickly so that you enter in the next stage. So that's my appeal for you, because I know majority of you are listening. All those customers, your company, call them up, tell them, wewe ni member wa RESA. Just call them tonight. Ask them, are you a member of RESA? Give them that number to call RESA and also join, because once we do that, we shall going to safeguard a lot of our customers. We also safeguard ourselves from losing, so that this money that we are losing, that money can be donated to Optiven Foundation to somesha watoto across the counties. Right now we are about 600. We can double 1,200. Why should we lose the money?
All right. Before you respond, Mr. Chairman, I think you can add to this point a question on Facebook that is being asked by Alvin Karaoke Mwangi, and it's about something you talked about. He said it's 1 year down the line since RESA was formed. I'm just curious to know if the association has teeth to bite. What measures has the association put in place to deal with rogue companies? I think you talked about that, but you can just emphasize on it.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. What I want to tell the members of the community and whoever is watching us, and if you own a company and you are not our member, we are not a threat. We came so that we can be able to restore our business, because the business was not doing well, and I believe you also know that. And we also came for those who buy from us, those all our clients. We want to safeguard your money. We want to secure whatever you have invested in the real estate. And that's why we came together, so that we can make sure that you will not lose your money again. And the measures that we continue keeping is to make sure no company will fail and deregister again and come to steal from Kenyans, because we already have a notice in our office. We know all the people who own the companies which are logged. So no registration can be done. And before we register any company, you have to come with a certificate and CL12 so that we can see who is the director. So we want the community not to fear again, because we have put the best measures, because before companies were registering again. They were failing in this company and then they register another company. So this will not penetrate in RESA, and we are so curious on that, and we are very sensitive, because we don't want any other cry from our people. And that's why we are here, and to make sure that whoever buys from one of our own will not lose your money. Also, we know that there are companies that are not doing well. Don't fear to join us because you are not doing well. If you started the company with a good heart, come, we will help you. We have our patron here who surely lost 200 million and he is still surviving. He can show you the way. Na mimi msininyang'anye, sijui kama mimi naweza inuka tena. So he can show you the way. So don't fear because you are not doing well. We can show you the other way that you can survive, because we have to protect. Because if you fail because of fear, and the customers who have purchased in your company, they will lose your money. And we don't want any client who bought from a company in the real estate to lose their money. And that's why we are here. So don't fear to join, because we are here to help each other. And maybe you don't know the other side. You don't know that there is something that can be done for you, for your survival. Because we have to care, and we are caring all people for our business to be strong. The other thing I want to tell Kenyans, we have an office at Spamol, second floor, S37, and our numbers are 0742 232323. Our SMS code, you can just use 23878. 23878, and you shall get a return message to see if the company is one of our members. And all this we are doing to give for the real estate to have a future. Because if you don't care, we will not have a future. Because real estate, or a land, or a house, or a plot is something that is a basic need. As you need food, you need clothes, you also need shelter. And that's why we emphasize that real estate must have a solution tonight.
We are about to wind up, but before we do that, someone asked a curious question. Does that mean that RESA only deals with land selling? We've talked a lot about land selling. Does that mean we only deal with land matters?
No. We also deal with those who construct houses. We have Wheelstone, we have Almod, and we have others. So if you are dealing with building construction, you can still join us, and we have the measures. So, and we will also protect your business. You are not just come here to, you will also be protected. And we want people with a goodwill, because what is making a survivor in the real estate is a goodwill. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Paminas, before we do our parting shot.
There's a question that you had asked, and I wanted to clarify something. Somebody asked, what have we done and what are we dealing with ROG members? This is my, I said in my earlier comments that we have already registered for companies from the association, because for us to release you, we are not robots, we are human beings. Maybe some of the things that are affecting you, some of us can be able to provide a solution. Maybe some registrar somewhere has decided you are not going to get your titles. Or I'm not saying that happens, but it happens. So what did you do? Maybe Paminas or George or Kinyua has a connection to that person. They are friends. They can be able to intervene for you and help you to fast track the process. That's number one. So if that happens, and that is the reason that customers were complaining, we have sorted the problem of not delivering to customers. Let me give a practical example which the elders here can confirm. A client, one of the members in the association, and I'm not naming the names, was struggling to process titles because of lack of 600,000. But then customers said they are not going to pay any other money until they process the title to be in their name. Then the member came and cried to the association leadership. What we did, we were able to advise him to give us the sale agreement to verify whether for sure he has sold these properties, because again he could be not have sold the properties. Was able to see the sale agreements, indeed he has sold, the receipts to see the balances of the customers. And when we saw there is an outstanding amount which was more than 600, we decided to come together and give him the 600, process the title, and then when he gets the company, the customers pay, they give us back the money. That was a big milestone in the first year, trusting somebody that you can be able to bail out. That client or that member is still a happy member of RESA. They are doing business because now they realize this is not just a matter of membership. For the rogue ones, the biggest challenge in life is concentrating on the negatives. I am a believer of being a positive attitude. So if we focus on the rogue ones, we are going to lose our track. We have been focusing on bringing the right people together, because we cannot say these are the rogue ones, they are not the rogue ones. We are not angels. We all can have a problem in the future. But the best thing is to make sure everybody with the right intention, as the chairman has said, everybody who is practicing right business, and they have a track record. Even if it's a 1 year, even if it's 6 months, we can be able to see what you have done. And when we bring them together, the end goal is this: create a formidable association that can speak for everybody, including those who are suffering. And I think when we ask you guys to join, we are not asking you to join because we are desperate. But you should be actually looking, I'm desperate to join this association. Because one day, things may happen in your own county and guys say, we are not going to do your titles again. All the land has been changed from freehold to leasehold. That's a discussion that is online. Has been changed from freehold to leasehold. And that place was, you had sold the land as a freehold, and now you don't have somewhere you can rush and complain or raise a concern to members. So for us, we focus on the right members. And if one becomes rogue when they are members, we register them. Members can verify from our short code, has been said severally, or from our website. Just go there and search, and actually you can be able to verify. I think with that, we'll have sorted the issue of rogue, because if you focus on discussing rogue people, we'll end up losing our track. Our focus is to discuss the right direction. And if you cannot join the right track, then obviously you're on the opposite, or you have your own reservations. Thank you.
I will read out a few comments before we all of us say our parting shot or our last words to our viewers. And I see TQ are blessed. They are our members. They are commenting and say they are well represented. I can see others from Wawa Realtors and Properties Managers. I can see Crispus Washira from Almond Properties, and very many others. I can see Excellent Choice. I can see very many others, and thank you for keeping it the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders. And now, Madam Leah, I think you can give your parting shot before we wind up.
Okay, thank you for mentioning those companies. Those are our members. And maybe what I can say where we sit as an official of a RESA member, kindly we are requesting and also we are begging the people out there. We have 47 counties. And I think only 30 counties are being represented in our RESA. We need the others to come on board, the 17 counties. And I do believe, I think in this year, what we are targeting right now is going to all the counties of Kenya, lobbying so that people can come. I want, when we are celebrating the second anniversary, that we shall be having Uasin Gishu being represented here, Western, people from Busia. and also Kisumu, the day our patron has said, and also Abubakar from Coast. You are very much well represented in Coast. So we want to see all of us wearing on board. The way our spokesman has said, when we are united, we have one voice, and also the government can be able to listen. When you go at it alone, you cannot be able to nini. But when we go as a RESA, as a body, we have that strength to come and nini. So we are here to restore the confidence as RESA. I'm happy for those who have joined us. Those who have not joined, can you take this opportunity to come, because this will be a movement in the next 1 year. So thank you so much.
Hey, wow, my parting shot. My parting shot is this. Somebody said a saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you have to work with people, work as a team. I believe we are here to work as a team to give ourselves confidence before even give our customers confidence. Because when the economy sometimes is too hard, you hear somebody else is doing well, you get a secret on how they are doing well, you are able to even grow your confidence levels to doing the association, to running your business. Mm-hmm. But besides that, the best time to invest was 10 years ago. The other best time to invest is now. We are here to serve you. And I believe when we serve you, you'll be a happy client. Do not forget, if you have a complaint, write it down so that we are able to help you. If it was past, we may not be able to do much. But if that member is our member, we can do something. That is my parting shot. I wish you the very best. 2024, let us do great. And as our church theme goes, we are going to new territories. Let's do these new territories together. Thank you.
On my parting shot, those who are selling in the coast regions, do not be left out. The wave has started and it's going strong and strong. Remember that RESA is here to assist you. RESA is here to bail you out. RESA is here to make sure that the bad weed gets out. Contact our office and come and join us. Remember, as they have said, my seniors here, togetherness is our strong value, and also we're here to restore faith in investments. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, our facilitator, for this discussion. I think we should be having more of this. I think it's very nice. Our members are very active, and mine is to ask all those people out there, let's join this association. When we are together, we are stronger. And I'm happy to say that the association, the RESA association, is moving very quickly, is growing very fast. It is impacting our members, and also thank all people out there who are investing in Kenya. I would say that the best country to invest in Africa is Kenya. Politically, we are stable. Economically, we are growing. And as a people of Kenya, even those who are not Kenyans, you can come here and invest. For us at Optiven, we are even encouraging Sudanese, Congolese, Rwandese to come to Kenya and invest, because we have properties that are leasehold. You can come here, do your own development, and Kenya is a beautiful country to develop. Our infrastructure is amazing. So don't go elsewhere. If you are looking where to invest your money, the best country in Africa is Kenya. So I also want to thank our hospitality industry. We have been hosted by GMC, Karen, and it's a beautiful place. You can have your birthdays here. Today they hosted us, and we are enjoying ourselves. Our amazing facility owned by a Kenyan. So if you're out there, let's develop this nation. This is the only nation that we have. Let's develop it, let's build it, let's create opportunities for our people, let's create jobs, let's do stuff. Hii nchi yetu tutaijenga, na wakati tutaondoka, tutakuwa tumeijenga kabisa for generations to come. The responsibility, it's you and me. So when your friend is developing, don't feel bad. We can all thrive. I am a believer of abundance mentality. I don't believe that when Kenya is progressing, I'm not progressing. We can all progress together, and we can be as wealthy as Western countries. Why not? We have what it takes by the grace of God.
Wow, thank you so much, our patron, the facilitator, and all guests. We really appreciate you. Also our producers, thank you for the good work. Na tunataka kushukuru pia GMC Karen. Hii ni waterfall ama ni watermark? Waterfront. Najua na huko kwetu hakuna hizi vitu. Sasa ni mahali pazuri. It's a good place that you can relax. Na wako na kila kitu. So we really want to appreciate them. Last time nilibeba pizza hapa na leo usiwache pia. It is very sweet. Hata sahi watoto wananiambia hatulali mpaka ulete ile kitu ulileta siku ile ingine. So we really appreciate your hospitality. We shall be doing these events. Tutakuwa na several counties. Next week we are in Keno, so if you can host us in Keno, watu wa Wicklad, Think Real Estate, Big Block, kindly look for a better place for us in Keno. We shall be there live the same day, Wednesday. We shall be there live. Tuende tukijua, na whoever is watching us, tafadhali share this video. Kata mahali unasikia pamekufurahisha, share, let it be known that there is an association that is caring you. Na usikubali mtu anyang'anywe ukiona. Kwa Biblia kuna makosa mbili. There is omitting sin and there is committing sin. Omitting, hiyo ndio huwa inajajiwa sana, because you knew what to do but you did not do. And those wise people say that arrogant is better than ignorant. So don't ignore. Even ignoring is a sin. Omitting is a sin. So if you know that you can share this to somebody, asipoteze pesa, tafadhali do it. Huyo mtu utaokoa, asinyang'anywe pesa, Mungu atakubariki sana. So let us educate our community, let us educate our people, let them know the genuine people who are dealing with blood, so that you can also be blessed. Kwa hivyo ofisi yetu iko pale Palace Pamol, Loiro, second floor, S37, and our contacts are 0742 232323. Then next Wednesday, we shall be live from Malindi Coast region. So tugoje huko. The other Wednesday, we shall be in Kikuyu. We shall be hosted by our chairman for strategic plan, Savia Kigathi. Tafadhali tayarisha mahali Kikuyu, we shall be there, na tunajua tutakuwa mahali pazuri. Kwa hivyo watu wa Malindi, Samuel wa Mirikirad, Esther wa Shamba Solution, Abubakar wa Kobani Homes, kindly look a better place for us. We shall continue speaking this gospel until everybody listens. So God bless you. I am Kenyua Wairato.
Thank you very much. Just to read a few comments. Thank you very
for
much.
reminding me.
Just to read out a few comments as I wind up. Munene Megwe says RESA is doing a good job. The real estate future looks bright. I see Dominic Thuku from Home Point, James Hideri from Bestlink, Wawa Realtors. I see Crystal Pal. I see Catherine Wamboi. I see Stephen Kegathe, and all of you. Thank you for keeping it the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders. Thank you for joining in the discussion. There's just a lot we can talk about, so keep it here for more. I was your moderator for the discussion. My name is Wangoi Dirango. Have a good night.
Good news, good news. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders neo RESA riu nirehete kihonia thiini wa thogora ya miguda ni undu wa kugita turia nime, na riu nimaruguretie mutambo wa website niguo www.realtorsolutions.org, na no utume short code kuri 23878 wandike kambuni iria urenda kumenya kana iri thiini wa association. Macerere Royal Spamol, second floor, S37, thimone 0742 232323. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders, restoring confidence in investment. Good news, good news. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders neo RESA riu nirehete kihonia thiini wa thogora ya Good news, good news. Association of Real Estate Stakeholders neo RESA riu nirehete kihonia thiini wa thogora ya miguda ni undu wa kugita